Ethan, what a pleasure it is to meet you.
Hey Tony, the pleasure's mine. How you doing?
I'm great. Wow, another theater kid. Who'd have thought?
Well, Wicked is filled with them.
Yeah, I know, but us on the outside too. Some of
Oh
us
yeah,
grew up in
yeah.
musical theater. Yeah.
What was your favorite musical growing up?
The Music Man. My Harold Hill will make you cry.
You know what? I say the same thing. My Harold Hill will make you cry. Fifth
Yeah,
grade. Well,
mine
when did
not
you?
not the reasons you think. It's just
Oh no, no, no! I can't imagine. When did you do Harold Hill?
oh man, 70 something. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I was at the when musical theater was changing, like Godspell and Jesus
sure.
Christ Superstar and all of that. So wow, and Wicked is such a great musical. Um, and your part, you got such a great part in this. I mean, it's just an actor's dream, I would imagine.
I love Bach. What's very exciting about playing Bach, and honestly about most roles in Wicked, is the journey that they go on and the journey that Bach goes on over the course of now two movies. But coming in, Bach is somebody who's like looking for love. He's got a really open heart and he's really trying to do right and kind of stumbles and trips and he's goofy and awkward and funny and sweet, I think. Um, but then to see what happens when things start to go wrong for him in part two it's a dream to be able to play both sides of that.
He wants to please, and you see that, and you do such a great job in conveying that to us. I mean, it's not just the dialogue; it's in your body, your eyes. I mean, you just take on this character completely.
Wow, thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. It's something that I really love about film, and I mean, I'm acting in general, but something that I really love about doing this on film as opposed to on stage is that, you know, the camera can direct your attention a little bit, which is a really wonderful thing for an actor to be able to actually live in the moment and react to everything as it's happening. I feel grateful to John for that.
Yeah, John Chu is he's just a freaking genius, and
Really is.
it takes a special person to be able to do action, and stuff, but to do a musical too, and keep us interested in it. It must have been an education being with him.
It really was. That's a really good way to put it. I mean, from the very beginning, John put together a team of people who were kind, who were generous collaborators, and who really cared about this project. And so from the beginning, the Ocean's 11 stage of putting together the team, he got the best of everyone and then he was able to get the best out of everyone by leading with all of that. He led with such, I don't know, just kindness and empathy, and he's such a great collaborator. And he also was really generous in that if I wasn't in a scene or I was, on set that day, but I wasn't working for a little bit, he would, let me sit next to him and you know, he was just very patient with me, I would be like, hey John, like, what's going on? Like, what are you guys shooting over here? What's happening over here? What are you doing? And he'd be like, just sit down, and he would talk me through it, and he was just so nice and kind. And so I feel like I got an education from him by example and then also, by lecture.
In the seconds we have left, I mean, and
Gosh.
wrapping this up, um, Ariana Grande, Cynthia. I mean, how are they as scene partners, and how are they, with you on this project?
Incredible scene partners. Ariana and Cynthia are unbelievable scene partners. For actually kind of different reasons. Cynthia is wonderfully protective and is so like, there's a scene that I didn't actually make it into the movie, but it's a really wonderful scene. I feel like I can say that. That's fine, right? It didn't make it in.
Yeah.
I'm glad it didn't. It was right not to. But we spoke for hours beforehand, making sure that we were approaching it right and approaching it from the same place. And she's really protective in that way. She was really wonderful. And then Ariana's incredibly generous and can be really spontaneous. She's really in the moment and free. And so she will give and give and give, even if it's on your coverage. She never stops giving new ideas and inventing new ideas. So they are both wonderful scene partners because they care. And something that I learned early on from my dear friend Noah Robbins, who's a great actor, when we were in high school, he said to me, "You're only as good as your scene partner."
Yeah.
And so I've always thought that to be true.
Ethan, it's a pleasure meeting you and talking with you. Have a great day, and wow, congratulations on Wicked Part One, and
Thank
Wicked
you.
Part Two will be just a behemoth. So Congratulations.
Thank you so much, and I really appreciate it.